Football is England's national game. People here are crazy about it. I've even heard someone from Manchester say that if you don't like football, there's something wrong with you. And that's really intriguing for me. So I've come to Old Trafford, Manchester United's home ground, to do a tour and find out more about the game and what makes the fans so fanatical. Everyone knows who Manchester United is. After all, football is the world's biggest sport, and these guys are the world's most popular team. Maybe it's because they've won so much, or is it because of all the legends that have played for them? Whatever the case, they're almost bigger than the game itself.
It all began back in 1878 when we first started as Newton Heath, Lancashire and Yorkshire Railway Cricket and Football Club.
So it didn't start as Man U?
No. It was started by a group of guys that used to make carriages for the railways, and of a weekend they would go in a pub, get changed and go and play football on an open field if they had any idea what they were starting.
If only they knew. And then how did it progress?
A gentleman called John Henry Davis, who was a local brewer, and he earmarked this particular piece of land where the stadium is built now to expand his brewery. But for some reason that deal fell through, and so he decided to build a football stadium. And he took over the running. He became the chairman of the club and gave us our famous red shirts that we wear now. My father bought me my first football shirt when I was about 5.
Yeah.
It was a United shirt. And of course, then you start emulating your favourite players.
From United,
yeah. You know, from it was like Bobby Charlton, Dennis Law, that kind of era.
Once you get that shirt, that's it. If your dad goes for a team, the son always goes for the team, or the daughter, or anyone. Was it like that for you? Did you ever barrack for anyone else?
No. As I said, my father got me my shirt when I was 5, and once you put that shirt on, and like you say, you need very little equipment, you go out with an old pair of pumps on and get a ball and have a kick about. And it's a great talking point. Of course, then you go into your school years, and of course you've got friends that support other teams, so it's a great rivalry. It's a good. It always brings that good conversation.
It would be. Have you ever thought of swapping teams? You know, maybe Man U's not doing so well.
No, you've got to stick with your team.
It's for life, isn't it?
Yeah.
As a guy that grew up in rugby union crazed New Zealand, I understand entirely what it's like to be a fanatical club supporter. Where I'm from, there's a similar passion for rugby, only not quite on this scale.
George
Best, yeah, he'd be one of my favourites.
Dennis Law,
Cantona. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, he's brilliant.
Bobby, of course.
The names of the old club jerseys are more or less a who's who of English soccer. Over the years, numerous legends of the sport have proudly donned the red strip and taken to the field to play for Man U.
And again, 1, 2, 3.
Yay! Oh, that's a good photo. Oh my goodness.
This is it, the Theatre of Dreams.
Wow.
Biggest stadium in the Football League.
That's huge.
With seating for 76,000 people.
Does it get filled up?
More often than not, yeah. It's noticeable in the earlier rounds of the Carling Cup that there are 1 or 2 empty spaces, but yeah, the majority of the time it's full.
So this is hallowed turf for you?
It certainly is, yeah.
Do you ever have a quick break from work and go and run around and come back? Because I would.
Oh, if only we could.
Yeah.
We get that feeling all the time, but unfortunately, we're not allowed. We get over 300,000 visitors a year.
300?
So you can imagine 300,000 pairs of feet on there. It do quite a bit of damage.
Yeah. It must be pretty daunting for a player to run on here for the first time.
Yes, I can imagine it's either going to totally lift you and you're going to play out your skin or scare you like mad and go back into your shell.
Yeah, full credit to the boys. They played well on the day. They did well, they dug hard. End of the game, it was a game of 2 halves, and I think the best team won on the day. Thanks. Next stop on this dream tour for football fanatics is something pretty special. This is the Man U changing room.
Yeah.
I did not think in my lifetime I'd ever get a chance to be in here.
Can you imagine sat in one of these spaces and the whole team and the boss is depending on you for the success and the winning of the Premiership and the pressure?
Oh, my goodness. Can I sit in front of one of the shirts?
By all means, please do.
Let's see here.
Who's your favourite?
Well, Rooney, But you were talking about
Chicharito Hernandez, the young Mexican lad.
Yeah, I reckon he's going to be the next big thing.
When you walk through that door, then you start to hear the crowd.
That'd be the bit where it really hits you, isn't it? That's amazing.
Graham and I sat around talking about all the greats that have nervously sat here before us, waiting to run onto the pitch in front of tens of thousands of adoring fans. The likes of Beckham once laced his boots up in this very room. Such is the obsession with football in this city that you can even find a hotel that's more or less dedicated to it. The Malmaison is yet another example of how football mad they are in this place. The rooms are all themed, and my dig for the night was the Blue Room, which is obviously dedicated to Manchester City, the second of Manchester's teams. Naturally, when there's a home game, this place is booked up, so get in early if you want to spend a night here. I could imagine it being a fun place to stay when there's a hometown derby on. I wouldn't plan on getting much sleep though.
Well, I've done the things that Manchester's famous for. I've found out about the football, I've learned all about the music, but I haven't really got the old heart pumping, so I'm going to go indoor skydiving. That should do the trick.
The tunnel works, there's 4 fans up at the top of the tunnel, and they generate lift, and it sucks rather than blows,
right, yeah,
and rotates round, yeah.
So if you go too high, you're going to go up through a fan?
No, there's little turning bays that'll stop you from doing that. Right. You won't get through the fans.
I'm a little nervous. Am I going to be all right up there? That's one thing I'm a bit worried about.
Yeah, you'll be fine. Yeah, you'll be fine. Say we have kids do this from the age of 2.
Oh, if they can do it.
So if they can do it, you can do it.
Should we go through now?
Sure, let's go.
Before suiting up, there's a 20-minute orientation where they run through how it all works. One of the first questions I had was, how do you communicate with the deafening roar of the wind? Well, the answer is hand signals.
I'm not nervous, I'm actually more excited and I don't want to get in there. 45 minutes going to be long enough. I'm a bit closer to go now, and I have to say I'm feeling a little nervous. If the little kids can do it, I'm pretty sure I can do it.
Floating above the ground is an amazing sensation. It's about as close to flying as I'll probably ever get, and one step closer to me finding the courage to one day jump out of a plane skydiving. The fun really happens when they crank the fans up and send you gliding skywards. It is a real rush. It might only be a minute of airtime, but it feels a whole lot longer and gives you memories that last a lifetime.